Now, look, we like to check in with the many people who follow our exploits and our travels, and we appreciate all the comments. Most of them are in fact, they're all positive, aren't they?
They are.
They are. We're happy to take any, we don't mind. Tell us if...
Advice.
Advice. Now, just the first thing I want to say is that what people... what am I trying to say? The very minor things that we would take note of. Someone said, why do you drive in 45-degree heat around with all the windows of the tug open? I'm to blame for that. I say to Sue, this is a generation my father never would put the air conditioning on in any car he owned. Not that there was a lot of air conditioning in the cars that he used to own when he was born in 1905. He was born in 1905. But I say to Sue, let's experience the outdoors. We're in the country. I can sit at home in our little bed sitter back in Melbourne with the air conditioning on. Let's experience the weather of the great Australian outback.
And there's nothing better than getting to your destination fly blown and your hair a mess.
Sweating and tired and fatigued and angry, and it's fantastic and blows my rug off. I've had to go back and get it off the road several times. So that's why we do that. We take it on advisement, the fact that we should put the air. Sometimes it does get so hot. I say, well, let's put it on for 4 minutes. We time it, and then so I'll take that. So that's. Then, how many people have advised us that there's more than one pink lake in Australia? Probably in the world, there's thousands of them. They said they're in Horsham and on the way to South Australia, Esperance,
South Australia, Victoria.
So we'll once again take that on advisement. I've never seen another pink lake, but there's apparently plenty of them around with the microbes. And someone said, couldn't you explain to Sue what a microbe was? Well, not really, no. Not being a nuclear physicist, I didn't have that up my sleeve. But now, someone said, now we went to Monkey Mia.
Yep.
And they've built, as I said, the equivalent of the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas at Monkey Mia on the basis that the dolphins come in every morning. Come in and swim around you, and they rub your ankles with their snouts, and you feed them fish, and you don't pat them. I'm sure years gone by people used to pat them, but oh no, now the woke brigade's caught up and respect the dolphins. And
you're tapping the table and the camera's going up.
You grabbed hold of my finger, and I was wondering what you're doing. I was doing that. See that there? Yeah.
Wobbles the camera.
You could have said, don't tap your finger. Suddenly you grabbed hold of my finger and I thought, hello, we might have to button off. Anyhow, so I'm sure people used to pat them, but now no respect them, and they gave 2 dolphins a name each, and unless they come in. When we were there, the bloke lectured us on the beach about where they've come from and who they are, and all people wanted to. If you walk 20 metres up the beach where the ropes aren't there, the dolphins they can swim down there too. So anyhow,
there was nothing better than the dolphin experience when we were in Angst, when they come and rode the bow wave.
Oh, rode the bow wave. So we were a bit blasé about the dolphins, but it's fantastic place to go, Monkey Mia. Not knocking that at all. Hanging your hat on the dolphins, as I say. If the dolphins ever refuse to come, or they've moved on to a different beach, sorry, I was tapping again. They'll turn that joint into a casino or something. They may as well turn it into the Bellagio. We got on to a very, we haven't quite shown you yet, although by the time we post this, we might have already posted. Sue got onto a thing called PlantNet, where you can identify plants and people, so we can show you all the sinkholes and the blowholes and the manta rays. You can get all those things off all the instructional YouTube videos about all the resorts, but not many people hone in on the plants that are growing on the side of the highways. Keep tapping that again. So we've got onto a new app on the phone called PlantNet, haven't we?
We have.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to keep keep a
Are
breath.
you enjoying this, Phantom?
Keep a brevity of words down, will you? Give us a rundown on the flies.
There's been a lot of flies. It's like a swarm of flies that have just been hanging around.
A plague.
We've put on. So someone said, why don't we have Aerogard? Or we've used Aerogard, the Bushman's stuff, sprayed them, but they must have got so used to it they just stick to you. So that's why we got the nets. So unfortunately, we've had to resort now to some horsefly stuff.
Some horse repellent. I've used this. Someone sent me some of this. A veterinarian. Not a
Veterinarian.
What?
A
A veterinarian. A vet who looks after horses. A horseman.
A horse vet.
A horse vet. Sent some of this and say we use this on. I'm happy to, if I hold it up, it'll look like I'm doing an ad for it, and if I'm doing an ad for it, I want to get paid for it. Someone sent me some of this when I was playing golf all those years ago, and they said we put this on horses to keep the flies off horses. That's the strength of it, and you dab a little bit on your side of your temple here, and it is absolutely brilliant. I found it up here somewhere, and I said, look, there's that stuff there. It's called Nature's Gift. It's called Nature's Botanical. That's what it's called, and it is absolutely brilliant. This is like Choice Magazine. I'm giving Mortine or whoever makes Aerogard or Bushman. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Why do I keep tapping that? Bushman's, your stuff doesn't work, people. Go back to the lab, and it just doesn't work. I've come out in a lather of Aerogard, and the flies love it. It draws them. It draws them in. Anyhow, we've got onto this other stuff now.
Someone else wanted to know how our injuries are going, I suppose. How's your ankle going?
Well, now someone said the views on the gorges are fantastic, and sure the old bloke can stagger down a couple of the hills down to the gorges. I'm telling you what, mate, I don't want to whinge, but I'm on one foot. I'm on one leg, my ankle, because I fell off the scooter. People asked how are our injuries from the scooter. Yours have finally healed up. There's one there, and there's one on your leg, and you cut your head. You've shown you cut your chin under there.
Healed up nicely.
And when I fell off, I twisted the good ankle that the very good doctor, whose name I can't mention, who fixed it back in Melbourne, and he was mortified, and I won't mention his name because he'll be embarrassed, David Shepherd, and he said, what in God's name are you riding a scooter for and falling off it? So I haven't been able to walk, but I've staggered down as far as I can go, and Sue goes down and takes photographs of the great country. It is magnificently brilliant country. Even if you think there's nothing for hundreds of kilometres, it's brilliant just to see nothing. Because you marvel.
The landscape is amazing, though.
The landscape is, I've done it again. The landscape is amazing. And here's a thing, the roads, that every road we drive on is, unless it's unmade, of course, gravel, all the roads are fantastic. There are no potholes in them. They're well kept. There's bins at a lot of different road stops that they say keep the state clean. I wish people from Melbourne would drive up here and have a look at how they keep the state clean and how the roads are. The roads are fantastic. We saw as we drove down to Steep Point, the most westerly point of the continent. We drove down there, and on the way down, even on the unmade roads, there were every 300 or 400 metres, there were little rocks painted blue.
They were, yes.
And I said to Sue after about the fifth rock I said, what are people throwing blue rocks out for? What is it? And then we got onto the fact that this is beyond blue, and if you're having a problem with life and that, it is a reminder that there's help at hand. And so we thought that was nice and responsive. I don't know who would paint rocks blue, and maybe maybe the agency or the
Council,
the
Ranger.
council or the charity that looks after Beyond Blue. Jeff Kennett was a big advocate for Beyond Blue. Someone said, "Oh, gee, you're great ambassadors for skin cancer. You'd walk out in the blazing sun with no hats." And well, we put sunscreen on, and we look after ourselves, and we moisturise. But when I don't wear a hat when I'm doing a bit to the camera, because you want to see who you're speaking to, so we take the hat off, and sometimes we have the fly net on. We don't wear hats at all.
We wear sunnies.
Sunnies.
We do put hats on periodically, just
Yeah.
because they don't see it on camera, but we are responsible.
Yeah. We've never worn a hat since we've been on the trip. Now that is
Get
the
hat
honest
hair.
truth. I guess I get hat hair. I don't want to be have hat flat, look like a ferret. But we
In
are
comparison to?
into. Someone said about the pounds per square inch and the letting the tyres down. Man, was that an ordeal. Letting the tyres down and then blowing them up, so that I got in, and there's an indicator on the dashboard of the tug, and it says the pressures. It has 4 tyre pressures. I got in one said it was 40, one said it was 50, one said it was 28. We were driving along. I was driving along on a tilt for a while there, and I said, "No, this is not working, Sue." So we pulled over, and we got them all about the same pressure. Just a novice mistake there. So we've got that under control. And the place at someone said you're going at the wrong time of the year. We think we're going at the perfect time of the year, because where we are now at a very nice caravan park at Kalbarri. It's called the Tasman. Is it called Tasman?
Yes.
Very nice. Incidentally, a caravan pulled up last night and backed in. Man backed in, and there's 4
Did it
kids.
beautifully.
There's 4 kids under 5. I reckon. Did they run round they rounded us up beautifully. But and that's the beauty of caravanning. You take your kids and your family on the van there. Probably lucky we're moving out today. But no, good on them. And I've said to Sue that it doesn't matter where you go. It's the journey that we really enjoy. The caravanning industry, the journey. At where are we? Kalbarri. They said the 200,000 people visit Kalbarri a year. They would come mainly, obviously, in the season. So if the season goes for 8 months, 200,000 people swell the population. Not 200,000 people visit Kalbarri in the season predominantly. So I'm glad we're here, not in the season. And we've missed the whale sharks, and we've swum with the manta rays, and we've seen the odd turtle. We haven't seen any turtles, but we're very happy to be here at this time of the
And we don't mind the heat either, so...
No. Someone said, someone noticed while we were filming inside the beautiful Essential van with showing all the equipment and that, they noticed the bed, the mounting yard over there, and noticed the sheets, and noticed that they were a bit fly blown, and there was, I'm sorry, why am I doing that?
I don't know.
Oh.
You're nervous.
I'm nervous about what I'm about to say. No, they noticed that there was blood marks and scrape marks on the sheet, as if a bloke said, obviously there's been some horizontal cha-cha be going on in the bed. Could I assure you, sir? There's been no horizontal cha-cha. The blood is from, first
scratches
of all,
and
scratches,
cuts
and I fall over and I've cut my eye, and there's blood things, and you end up getting bitten sometimes at night, and you scratch yourself and blood. So, and you say, why don't you wash them? Well, we do wash the sheets. We do wash the sheets in our little NCE washing machine. It's very good, but we don't mind. We're not on show here. We don't mind That is extraordinary.
He just keeps on tapping the
I
table.
know. I
tapping
do
the
come with
table.
the table with. So there's no horizontal cha-cha going on. Let me assure you. So that was it. We've done the roads. We're about to go through Northampton. With someone said that's where Patrick Cripps comes from, who I think plays football for Carlton. Is he still playing for Carlton?
I think so.
Is he still playing?
Well, they've just had the draft, so maybe he's been booted. Don't know. Or if he
Well,
is.
I wouldn't have thought he would have been booted. So just some of the things. I'm just looking back to see what I haven't mentioned here. Go on, you
One
mentioned
thing
something.
tonight we're going to free camp down Coronation Beach area way. So we're going to be free camping, so there's no power and water. I'm going to do a bit of a test to see how long the batteries last.
Oh,
the-
and the batteries come from Projector. Projector have batteried up the Essential Van. Projector. Project, with an A on the end of it. They have been fantastic.
Because you can monitor it from your phone.
They have made
All the
it
batteries,
possible
the
to
chargers, the
monitor
water.
all the electrics and all the software, and they have put this system in the Essential Van Projector. So
Because with the aircon, you just wonder how long it's going to last. If you have it on all night, like the TV, we watch the TV on all night, and with the kettles and the fridge and everything else going. So we're going to test them to see how it goes. Free camping.
we are, and we're sure it'll go well because they have they put the batteries in,
We've
and
got 3 batteries, 3 massive batteries, which I think
And-
is very, very important.
It is. So anyhow, they've been fantastic as long with everything else. So I'm not sure. That was just a bit of an update. I'm sure we've missed a lot of things that people said they enjoy our description of the things we go to. As I say, we try and not make it a travel log. It's just a daily journey in the van, and I'll tap the thing again. So if you think I've got the DTs, it's not you watching. It's me tapping the table. So that's about it. So we're happy to come back every now and again. And if you've got any questions or any comments you want to make, we're happy to read them out, good or bad. And so that's it.
We're heading down to, people want to know where we're going, so we're starting to head down the coast, and we will go through Albany.
Yeah,
Albany?
I think they call it Albany, but
Albany.
yeah.
Through Esperance and then in Nullarbor, and then South Australia there's a few places we want to stop off. So if
And-
anyone's got some suggestions, we
Yes,
welcome
well, we've
them.
got
So
some good suggestions from the man who fixed my ankle. I can't mention his name, David Shepard. He said that there's a very good place in South Australia. I can't remember what its name is. We've written it down. He said you can go down there,
Dijon.
you can camp on the beach and legally, and there's surfing there, and there's restaurants and lobsters, and he said go down there, and so he's given us some advice. The doc.
So we love your advice. Anywhere, any suggestions you want to make, all the things, because we can't see everything on the trip.
What?
We can't see everything on the trip. So if there's some really good parts that we don't know of, then we're
I
happy
tell
to
you
take
what,
it
we
on.
could write the sequel to Lucky Stars, I've Been Everywhere, and seen everything. I reckon we could write 15 verses of where we've been and what we've seen, and all the great things have been on the road in the caravan industry's Essential Van, touring around Van Life West. We've done Van Life East, and we're on Sue and Sam's Surreal Sojourn into the Sunset caravan trip, and that's what we're on. Turn it off.